What's going on, guys? So, what are we getting into tonight? Well, it's late. It's already like almost 8 o'clock. I was over at Dan's, going over some game planning on the XJ. I don't know what time period these videos are going to come out in relation to us actually going on the 24 Hour of Appalachia Seneca Rocks rally, but we're kind of deep into prep for that. I mean, we are actively trying to get the XJ ready. And problem, not really a big problem. I agree with what they did, but they threw some last minute sort of safety rules out. Kind of threw a wrench into what we thought was pretty well prepped. And it's good. It's going to make us prep better anyways. The big thing is we have to put a strobe bar on the Jeep, which I get. Rallies are dusty. I had already been looking at a strobe bar, not figuring for the XJ, but figuring for the Samurai. So I'd already done my research on what I wanted for a strobe bar. That part really wasn't a big deal. You know, that was just click it and get it delivered from Amazon. We'd already sort of figured out exactly what we wanted for that. The problem is we are already a little taxed for power on the XJ. So also in conjunction with that, I ordered an aux beam switch panel with a PDM, and I got to put all that in this weekend. So I was over getting the lay of the land of how we were going to make everything work from Dan, and we got that figured out. Like, it's not a big deal. It's going to be all good. It's going to mean probably Saturday I'm going to have a pretty late night getting stuff done, but that is what it is. It's how it goes sometimes when you're prepping for these rallies. You know, you guys be put in some late nights, and it is what it is. So whatever. It'll be really nice when it's done, and it'll be pretty well completely prepped the way we want it to be. So all that said, I just got home. I'm going to work on the JK for a little bit here. I'm going to try to get the brakes bled tonight, and maybe start screwing with the rear bumper, see if I can get that on. I want to try to get this thing so I can get it out of here, because Dan's XJ's coming Friday night, and I need to have all the wiring done by Sunday on it. So try to get this thing done. Oh, by the way, the winch plate showed up. I really like this thing. I like it. I'm going to throw this in the back for now. As much as I want to install this right now, the winch isn't coming until Monday, and I just don't have time. I have too much other stuff going on. So I'm going to throw this in the back. The bumper caps showed up. I like these. I'll show you these. And then I'm going to jump into the brakes here. So what they're going to allow us to do, of course, rough country doesn't give you a picture, but basically we can yop the bumper. That bumper comes around here, and we're going to yop these off here. So it'll make the factory bumper into a stubby bumper with a winch, and then hopefully we can somehow remote mount that winch controller somewhere in here. That's the part that I have not figured out how I'm going to do yet, because the winch on these with aftermarket bumpers, that winch mounts up higher. Mine, that winch is going to set right in here and come out through the bumper, which I like, but I have to remote mount that box somewhere. And there's some real estate up here, but not a ton. So I'm not sure where I'm going to put it yet. We'll figure that out. That kind of is what it is. I'll get that figured out. For right now, not going to worry about that. I'm going to throw all the parts in the back that need to go in the back, and then I'm going to work on bleeding these brakes, make sure I got a good pedal on this thing and I got no leaks. And then if I got no leaks, I'm going to start throwing the fender liners in, rear bumper, and just kind of go from there. So I'll keep you updated, guys. All right, calling it quits for the night. But here's what we got going on. Dripping some power steering fluid, but I filled that. I think that's just what I spilled filling it. I was just running this thing, bleeding that. It's got like a hard left, if I remember right. I'm not sure why. I don't remember that being a problem, but it could just be some stuff loose, or who knows. Anyways, I got the brakes bled in the back here. That seems to be good. So I'm going to let that sit tonight, check it tomorrow, and then zip tie that, put that fender well in, start working on the bumper. Got the front diff filled, so that's done. And then, like I said, I got the power steering filled here, and I think that's good. So we're looking good. Yeah. Get this thing back up in the air tomorrow, get the drive shaft on the front, get the fender liner in, and should be able to at least back it up the driveway and see how it does. Get it off the lift completely. I also have these skid plates and stuff back here to put on. I might not mess with these for right now and just do them after. I might actually just wait and take all this stuff and throw it in the Suzuki right there and just deal with all of this later, actually, because, you know, I got the XJ to work on and a bunch of stuff, but we'll see. And I got to get my whole shop cleaned up here because there's no way I'm doing wiring in this mess. So I don't know, we'll see, but it's like almost 9 o'clock. So calling it quits for tonight, and I'll hit this tomorrow.